There's a lot of talk lately on DeFi or decentralized finance. In this video, we'll go over what it is and why it's important.
Decentralized finance, or DeFi. What is it and why it's important? So DeFi has been gaining a lot of press and interest lately, but it stands for decentralized finance, and it's a movement to create a new decentralized financial system that is built on public blockchains such as Bitcoin and Ethereum. Before we go into what it is and what exactly the potential is, it's important to understand what the current financial system looks like today. So the financial system is the center of most economies. In the US, for example, it's 7.5% of US GDP. So it's very large, and it enables individuals to exchange value, store wealth, and take on credit. So with exchange value, this means debit cards, credit cards, digital banking apps, Venmo, that allow you to easily exchange currencies for goods and services. Storing wealth, this means bank accounts. So it allows us to save money and earn very low interest rates right now, but earn interest on those savings and store it in a safe, secure place. And then take on credit. So bank and other lenders give individuals and businesses access to capital that allows them to grow their business or spend more to allow the economy to grow at a faster rate. So as well as the financial system works for many of us, for a lot of people in the world, there are a number of big disadvantages to the way that it's currently set up. So those common issues, hurdles, include unequal access. So this is a huge one. There's 1.7 billion people estimated by the World Bank to not have access to a bank account or any sort of financial institution. So not only being able to store their money in a bank and not underneath their mattress, without this access, they're largely disconnected from the formal financial system. This makes day-to-day living much more complicated and doesn't really provide them a structure in place to allow them to build up their assets. Censorship, this is a huge one. Counterparty risk and lack of transparency. So these are the common issues with the current financial system as we know it today. So what are the potentials with DeFi? So even though it's very much growing quite rapidly, the traditional finance sector is centrally controlled by banks and other financial institutions. So this works well for a lot of us, but the big one for the big potential with DeFi is inclusive global access to financial services. So with DeFi, anybody with access to an internet connection can access these financial services. So no individuals can be denied service based on who they are, where they are, or how much money they have. This is absolutely huge. So as I said, there's 1.7 billion adults that remain unbanked. So this is a very large amount of people. Affordable cross-border payments. So this is a huge one. Big institutions charge a large rate for transacting money across borders, and decentralized finance has a big potential to lower these costs down to next to nothing. Improved privacy and security. So with DeFi, users always have custody of their own wealth. You're your own bank. You can transact securely without any validation from a central party. All of financial data is public, transparent, permanent on a very easily auditable public blockchain. So censorship-resistant transactions. So there's no central party like a government, central bank, or big corporation able to reverse transactions or deem a transaction invalid at some later point. There's no central authority that can turn off the service. So in a place with poor governance, perhaps, users can move to this decentralized financial system to protect their wealth. For example, somebody in Venezuela that are showing signs of early adoption with Bitcoin can protect their wealth from government manipulation, hyperinflation of their own currency. It gives them an option to opt out. So plug and play apps exist. These will allow developers to create and intertwine financial services at a very low cost. This is contributing to the rapid development within the space. So we are still very early with DeFi. So a number of these DeFi applications are less than ideal choice than most traditional alternatives. So the traditional financial system for many people, but The difference is that this DeFi movement is built with a focal point on trust, not yet performance. So performance will be an issue and it will be worked out. But right now, it's just very exciting to see the different developments in this space as it continues to grow and evolve.
Thanks for watching. Please let us know your comments and like or subscribe to the channel for more content.